Hello. In this video, we'll explore the various case investigation modules that case investigators will see in the Dr. Justina application. The key concepts that you should understand by the end of this video are that you should be able to understand the purpose of each case investigation module, know which patient types can be found in each module, and be able to navigate to cases that are assigned to you.
In this video, I'm logged in as a case investigator who is also a supervisor and a CDPHE user. This means that I see many modules, some of which certain types of users might not see, but I'll describe who can see each module as we go through it. Any type of user can see the Dr. Justina Resources and Support module. It contains helpful information and resources from the LPHA, from CDPHE, and general information about the application. Moving on to search all active and inactive cases, any case investigator can use this module to look for both active and inactive cases via various search fields. Moving on to My Open Cases, this is more specific to the user and that it contains open cases, meaning that the property current status is set to open, that are either permanently or temporarily assigned to you as a user. This makes it easy to find the cases that you are assigned to. Register a new case is a way to manually create a new patient case. It can create a confirmed case, a probable case, or a suspect case. Moving along to view case assignments, this is something that only supervisors can see because it allows for supervisors to see what other users are doing in terms of how many cases they're assigned. All cases is a way to see all confirmed, probable, and suspect active cases. In fact, all of these yellow-colored modules contain all three of those patient types, whereas certain modules, which we'll speak about later, contain only specific types of patient cases. Moving along to potential duplicates pending supervisor review. This module is only available for supervisors to see, because this is where supervisors can see duplicate pairs that were tagged by investigators in the select duplicate record form to be potential duplicates, and then the supervisor can decide to either reject them as duplicates and they'll no longer appear in this list, or to accept and confirm that they are duplicates and then potentially merge them and create a new final record with the important properties from each. This second one, potential duplicates across LPHAs pending CDPHE review, is very similar except that it's actually cross-jurisdictional. So we could have one case in a certain LPHA and then another in a different LPHA, but they can still be marked as duplicates and actually merged by a CDPHE supervisor. Proceeding down here, update multiple cases is used only by supervisors, and it allows for various bulk actions to update many cases at once instead of simply updating one case at a time. All cases require follow-up is a module which houses cases that are undergoing their isolation monitoring, as well as cases that have triggered follow-up as necessary based on their responses to the SMS. All probable cases, suddenly this is not a yellow one, this only houses probable cases, so confirmed and suspect cases are not present in this module. Probable cases pending supervisor review is only visible to supervisors, and these are what are now probable cases, but that came from contacts that were then converted to probable cases. So the supervisor will either accept or reject that conversion. If they get accepted, they will no longer appear here and they will act as a regular probable case in the application. We can also examine just suspect cases instead of also seeing probable and confirmed cases. All open cases houses active cases that have current status set to open, whereas all closed cases is for current status closed ones. This next module contains cases that are open and that have a permanent or temporary assignment, whereas this unassigned and open module is for open cases that do not yet have any sort of permanent or temporary assignment. This is a useful module for investigators to go into in order to claim cases that need to be investigated and that have not yet been assigned. Unable to reach is a disposition that a case can have if, for example, an investigator tried to contact them, tried to call them, and they didn't pick up. Their case would then be housed here. Incomplete contact information is another module that we have that shows cases that need more information on their record. Whereas all cases pending supervisor QA review is for cases that have gone through their case investigation interview and are awaiting that review from a supervisor. Proceeding onwards, cross-jurisdictional hubs for cases is something that only CDPHE or DOC users will see. This houses members of particular communities such as long-term care facilities. You can learn more about this particular hub in the CDPHE Cross-Jurisdictional Hubs feature guide, but the main piece of information is that it goes across all LPHAs and houses individuals in particular communities. Moving on to the hub for cases of incomplete for CEDARs, this houses records that are missing required properties in order to go back to CEDARs. So these records are not getting sent back to CEDARs until they have those fields filled out. An example is date of birth or name. These are fields that are mandatory in order for a record to go back to CEDARs. We also have a hub for cases that are deleted in CEDARs. This culture and language support hub is for cases that either do not have a primary language or their primary language is something other than English. For example, if a person might need a translator to help with the interview, their case would be stored here. We can also search all case hubs, and so there are many more hubs besides the ones that we see here that help group certain types of cases, and you can search by particular groups here. So for example, maybe we want to look at the healthcare workers hub, or maybe we want someone who's both a healthcare worker and a first responder. We can look in multiple hubs here in order to see this. Going along to my favorites, this allows users to mark other users as favorites so that it's easier to find them to assign or reassign cases. This check out other case investigation staff member module is available only to supervisors, and it allows for checking out the other staff members. If you see this, you won't always see it, but if this pops up, this is just a debug key system thing, and so it does not need to be used by case investigators. That sums up the various modules that case investigators might see. Depending on your status as a supervisor or a CDPHE user or not, you might see fewer modules, but that is an overview of the many ways that exist to look at cases. Thanks.